It is that time, episode 41, the Best of Rivals podcast. I'm with Jordan J. Will. It's my boy D Bev right there,
Hello, hello, hello.
coming in very subtle. We are back, bro. You know, another episode, another Premier League episode. We have some postponing of games, so it wasn't uh, what we expected. Also, with the international break, everyone's kind of taking all it in at once. My question to you to start it off right away, we're jumping into it.
Yep.
How do you feel about the international break? How do you feel about the Nations League Cup? Is that important? Does it mean anything? Are you excited for it?
Okay, first and foremost, okay. The Premier League takes days off, okay. We don't take days off. We're here when everyone else is taking days off, Jay, we're here. Um to answer your question, I don't know who the hell's playing. I know a couple games we're playing tonight. I don't care. I saw Belgium was playing somebody. I looked at the lineup. I saw, oh, Kevin's playing. One of my favorite players. I don't care. The
Who
World
who who
Cup's
balled
around the
who
corner.
who balled out? By the way, just to let you
Yeah.
know.
No, I heard. Nations League Cup. What the hell is that? Like, I don't even know what that is. Like, you know how I am about this, Jay. Like, internet. There's so many games, and we're talking about bringing in like an all-star game. There's just too many games, bro. Way too
So so
many
so so
games.
so this is my rebuttal to you. You gave me this whole little spiel, of they have international duty. They go play with their national team. They're on a team with their brethren, people from the same country. You
I
don't
didn't
even
say
care
that.
about this. You don't even care about this tournament. You don't care about this tournament, right?
Yeah,
So why?
exactly.
Listen to me. So why not introduce an all-star game or whatever it is? Because this obviously doesn't mean a thing. I know this got introduced, if I'm not mistaken, and please, if you guys are watching this, correct me if I'm wrong. This got introduced back in 2018. 2018, so about 4 years ago, 3 to 4 years. It's still fresh. It's a money maker. It's the same thing as that Europa League conference that they created. It means absolutely nothing. We
Yep.
have the World Cup coming up. Why am I watching Belgium play Wales in a game that means absolutely nothing? And I feel
Yep.
Kevin De Bruyne for coming out and saying, hmm, I played Wales for the past, you know, I don't know how many games. I'm tired of it. It's boring. It's the same team. Change it up. This is what they do. They milk them. They milk them. They try to make money. So why not introduce a competition where it means something more for the fans? I'd rather
Jay.
watch Van Dyke, Diaz on the same team versus Dyer and Saliba. Like I would like something like that, instead of this crap.
Jay, you act like my argument was like no more games ever. If we're replacing something I don't want to
No,
watch
no,
with
no, no, no,
something
no.
no, wait. If we're replacing something I don't want to watch with something I do want to watch, that's a different story. That's a different story, right? Like we're not talking about um keeping all like because bro, there's so many international games. There's so
Yeah,
many like Euros and World Cup. Those are the two for me that I watch. Everything else is just like it's just noise. It's just play for your country.
yeah.
And maybe I don't know if the players feel the same way, but I mean, it's tough, right? I mean, at the same time, football's football, right? So like if football's on and you have nothing else to do, it might be something fun to watch, but there's no emotional investment. I know there's teams playing tomorrow. I personally hate watching England, so it's not like I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait for England to play. I don't really want to watch them play. So,
So, so
yeah,
so let me say this though. Like these are essentially this is for my basketball fans. When Team USA plays those exhibition games, those games against Brazil and Australia and France that mean absolutely nothing. These are those games. But then when it comes to the Olympics and the FIBA World Basketball Championship, those are the games that we look forward to. Same thing with,
yeah,
with football here. It's the same exact thing. So I get it. I understand why they're in play. It's for tune-ups. It's for teams to get in the sync of
yeah,
things.
Yeah, but call it a friendly. Don't make it some tournament and pretend like it matters. That's my issue with it,
But,
right?
but but
It's like
that's
and
my
it's
issue with with FIFA and soccer in general or UEFA. And it's not even FIFA, it's UEFA. They complain so much about the Super League being created, you know, but UEFA was the same thing basically. It was created to make money, and it's obviously the best you know competitive league in the world in football because it's every team from different leagues. Um, but it was a moneymaker, and this is what this is too. It's a moneymaker.
yeah.
I
I
don't
mean, I don't
like
know
it.
how much money they're making. I don't know who the hell's watching these games. I mean, I guess there's people watching,
A
but
lot of
like,
people watching it, bro. If you're listen, if you're a fan of Belgium, if you're Belgian, you're watching your country go crazy. Um,
yeah,
you
I guess we
definitely
just hate
are.
our countries, Jay. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you shouldn't hate England. You guys are a power, even though you underperform all the time, but you're a powerhouse in the
Jay,
football world.
that's
USA,
cool and
we're,
all,
we're
but
knocking on the door. We're knocking on
Jay,
the door.
I can't watch these guys play. Are you joking me?
You can't.
If it's 8 p.m. and I really want to go to sleep so I can wake up early next morning, absolutely I'll turn the game on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Put me to sleep, Southgate. Put me to sleep. Tuck me in with your embarrassing back five football. But yeah,
Speaking of managers, you bring up Southgate. We're gonna keep it in the prim here, obviously. We're finishing up with September. This month is wrapping up. We're approaching October. I think it's rightfully so that we predict who will be the manager of the month, who's performed the best, whose club has exceeded and went past expectations. We got Eric Ten Hag from Manchester United, of course. We've been, I think, changed the
you don't
course
have,
of our season.
you don't have to introduce him like he's God. Eric Ten Hag
he
from yeah, he's
he's
okay.
my
Yeah,
manager. Okay, all right.
yeah,
Calm down.
whatever.
We also got Gary O'Neill, the interim, I guess you can say, manager for Bournemouth. I believe they won a game, some draws in there as well.
Yeah, I think they might have pulled him off the street, Jay. Like, who was that? You know what I mean?
But hey, credit
I'm
to him though. Credit
disrespecting,
to
but
Yeah,
yeah,
right. Credit to him, right? And then
yeah.
there's Antonio Conte, obviously from Spurs. Uh, who are you picking from that trio? Who is your manager of the month, or do you have someone that was not listed as manager of the month?
Good question. Who was not listed? Pep? No, I'm joking. Manager of the month? Tuchel?
All right, bro.
uh,
Leave the
uh,
man alone, bro. Leave the man alone.
no, okay. Okay. No, like honestly though, it's a
Yeah.
tough one. Honestly, that's probably fair. I like Yeah, Tottenham's been doing the business. Um, Man U's got 4 wins in a row. Yeah, you got to give it to Ten Hag. You just have to. You just have to. And they're
All right.
big wins in there
I was
too.
I was waiting. I was like, all right. If he says Tottenham, he's just
Yeah,
being a
yeah.
straight hater. He's
No, no, no,
being a
no.
hater.
I like weighing all the options. Gary O'Neill, I didn't know who he was 5 minutes ago, so I'm not going to pick him. Yeah, listen, when you beat Liverpool and you beat Arsenal in a 4 game winning streak, that's 100%, 100%.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I would assume you say the same.
It's valid. It's valid. No,
Yeah,
100%. I'm going Ten Hag. And if you're waiting on some crazy, prediction, nah, I'm going with the one that makes sense.
the only
He
other
actually,
option is The only other option is Mourinho. But he hasn't managed a game in the Premier League since he got fired. What 2 years ago? And he's still the best manager. He's still the best manager. I can't wait. Oh my goodness, Jay! The day that he comes to Manchester City, I can't wait. It's coming, Jay. It's coming.
you are first off, you're foul. You're foul. You're absolutely foul. Because as a Pep, as Pep being your manager, the head of your team, for you to take Jose's side and the whole Pep and his beef, it's out of pocket. I'm
Jose's the
very
man.
disappointed in you.
You know
But
what? Here's the thing, Jay. Real quick, I know we're about to move on. If Pep doesn't win a Champions League in the next 2 years, is he
mhm.
gone? And are we replacing him with another top manager?
Well, I already told you I think Pep's going to leave eventually.
Well,
I
everyone's going
think
to leave eventually.
No, 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 no. Listen. It's a different story with Pep. If Pep wins the Champions League at City, I think he's gonna stay. I think he's gonna build something special over there. Why would you leave? You have Holland, you have KDB, you have Bernardo Silva, who may leave eventually. You have Mahrez, you have Foden. I can go on, bro. They're stacked. Cancelo, they're stacked.
Keep going, keep
Right,
going.
right, right. But if he does not win, I think he's gonna leave simply because he's won what 4 Premier League titles. So he can still leave and say, I've accomplished something at Man City that they've never done. I put them in a
Yeah,
position now where they are a power club. They're a respectable Big Six, Big Four. You respect City now. Like there's no. Listen to me. At one point,
Mancini did that though.
no. At one point, I would tell you, as the big brother, as a Man United supporter, we looked at you guys and said, get on our level first before you start talking crazy. Like you're still trying to eat, you know? You're still trying to get fed. Now it's like, all right, you bring your own little dinner to the table. You
What?
can smash on some steak a little bit. You're eating pretty good too. We respect you. I give it to you. But you have not won a Champions League. It's only in the Premier League, let me tell you, let me talk to you. It's only been us, Chelsea, Liverpool, Aston Villa has a Champions League title before Man City.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Yeah. You feel me? Exactly.
but Jay, we're talking about 1960. I mean, come on, like it's ridiculous.
I'm saying though, it's a title though. You feel me? It's a
Nottingham
title.
Forest as well, I believe.
You said what?
I think Nottingham Forest as well, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Which was back in that time as
Way
well.
back in the day. Way back in the day.
What you trying to say?
I mean, all I'm saying. I mean, are we gonna say that they're better than Man City now? Like, of course not. But
No, obviously not. Obviously not. Obviously not. But I think it's like I said. We respect you now. Um, we do respect you. You guys have been doing your thing, winning the Premier League consistently on a really good pattern.
yeah,
And that's the only reason why I think Pep will leave if he does not win a Champions League title.
some
But if he
people,
if he if he if he
some people
wins,
would
I think
say,
he's
yeah, but some people would say if he wins, then he's gonna leave. Some people say he's not going to leave until
that would
he
be that
wins.
will that would be the dumbest decision for Pep. You want to understand why? You've been in Barcelona, Germany. Now you're in England. Where are you gonna go after that? Milan? Gonna go to Italy?
Maybe
Is he going to be the Ronaldo of managers? Is he doing that? Going to win in every
it's going all over
major?
the world.
I mean, he may possibly do that, but I think that would be very stupid. The only reason why I guess it would benefit him, I guess the only reason why it would benefit him, I didn't even think of this until now. Who does Jose manage? What club?
Roma. Oh no, he's going to Italy just to. Come on, stop it.
I mean, you brought him up. You brought him up. You brought up Jose. And who is Pep's rival? Who is it? We all know who it is.
I mean, Jay,
So think about it. If
Jay,
if
Pep's not
if he
even on
go
his level.
listen. If he goes to Italy and he picks up either Juventus, who's a project right now and trying to get back,
Yeah,
or AC Milan, a very historic club who was once great in the Champions League, amazing.
they won
If
it
he brings
last
them
year
back
too.
to
Yeah.
yeah, if he brings them back to glory,
Mm.
that's another little check mark on Pep's list, in my opinion. I think it would be very smart. So I kind of see what you're talking about now. I
Yeah.
digress. I give it to you.
I mean, yeah, he might go. Whatever. I mean, you know how I am about. But I mean, you know what's funny? Obviously, I want him to stay because he's doing great.
Yeah.
But I am really intrigued about how we would look without him. You know what I mean? I'm really intrigued. So, but yeah, we digress.
I think you guys would be fine. You guys wanted a title before him. Um, you
Well,
know,
yeah, exactly.
you had
Like
a
like
great team, so I
we
think
had
you would
one.
be fine.
Yeah, 100%.
But let's switch it up. We're obviously talking about managers who did pretty well in the month of September. But let's go with players. Uh, they are the ones who play the game. They kick the ball around.
Yeah,
Uh, who is your player of the month? I know we had I think about 6 nominees for the month of September.
yeah. KDB, Rashford, Jacob Ramsey, Alex Iwobi, Philip Billing, who I think he's at Leeds. I think he's at Leeds. who the hell's that? And Hoiberg scored. I think he scored a goal or two in
Yeah.
September as well. Interesting list, really really good list actually. The fact that Rashford's on there, I mean, they're trying so hard. Like, stop it.
All right, wait. Look at the numbers for him. For one, I'm not saying that he should be player of the month, but don't sit here and like for one. All right, Man U has been winning. We've been winning, right?
Jay, stop for
Who
one
who
second. Jay,
who's
Jay,
scoring? Who's scoring goals and
Jay,
who's
stop. Jay, stop for 1 second. You're telling me Rashford has had a better month in September than Martinez or Varane? Yes or no?
no?
All right then. Case closed. They're trying hard to
When
promote
wait
this
wait
guy.
D. Let's be real though. Let's be real, bro.
I know
When has
defenders. Yeah.
Thank you. When has the Prim ever promoted a defender as player of the month? I mean,
Is
Virgil maybe
is Philip
back
Billing
in
a
his
defender?
heyday.
Jay, Jay, I don't know. Listen, all I'm saying is it's pretty clear that when you guys have had multiple clean sheets, very few goals scored on you in the month of September. The fact
Yeah.
that Rashford, who scored I think 2, maybe 3 goals in September, um, which is obviously good, but like, stop it. I don't know. In my opinion, stop it. Jacob Ramsey. Why the hell is Jacob Ramsey on there? Aston Villa have struggled
It's a reach.
all season. A
It's a
great
reach.
player, a really great young player, but um, no, 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 no. I would put Isak over him, to be honest with you. Um,
Does he
Alex,
play enough though?
he's played like 2, 3 games, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you're right. Alex Iwobi, I'll tell you something, bro. I'll tell you something about Alex Iwobi. 30 million from Arsenal. I'm like, what the hell are they doing? Because he wasn't terrible, but he was Sterling if he got his leg cut off. He was he was that type of player. Ever since he put him in the center of midfield, he has been balling. He is, I don't know. He used to have no touch. He used to have no skills, bro. He's looking good in the midfield. And this midfield three of Idrissa Gueye, who they just got back from PSG,
Yeah.
Alex Iwobi, and
Yeah.
then Onana, who just came from Leo, playing a little bit in front. That's a really, really good midfield three. Really, really good. So Alex Iwobi, again, I think he was terrible last season. I think he's been terrible most of his career. This season looks really, really good. Um, again, Billing, no idea. Hoiberg, he's been playing really, really well. I was thinking about, bro, how do you get Basuma into that team? You're definitely not going to get him over Hoiberg. I mean, he's a staple in that team. So
Yeah.
really, really good. At the same time, though, just numbers wise, bro, you have to go with KDB. Am I wrong?
Absolutely not. And I know it doesn't play into this, but just the fact that the guy goes from balling absolutely in the Premier League, Champions League, to also balling on the international level as well. I believe he had a goal and assist today.
Yeah.
He's in a form of his life. Um, I'm really like I say this episode every episode, but I really wish people took into the account the amount of greatness we're seeing right now with KDB.
Yeah.
He is changing the game, man. This dude is performing on every level, every night.
And it's a different type of stardom, though, right? Like what we see with Mbappe and Neymar, it's like the flash. Even Messi and Ronaldo, it's the flash, but they're not working for 90 minutes, bro. They're really
He's
not.
a
Let's just,
worker, bro.
bro. He defends, he run, bro. He does everything
He
for
does
the team.
everything.
You cannot say he does one thing poorly. The only thing he doesn't do
Let's let's
is,
let's
yeah, go
let's get
ahead.
to it. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I've been really contemplating, should I put this question out there? Should I put this debate out there? And I always want to talk about it because I think it's so major. Because at one point it was not this, but is KDB a better player for his career um, compared to like Eden Hazard?
Well, Hazard, he had,
Because just you think about it, at his peak, his prime, Hazard was amazing at Chelsea.
yeah,
He led them. He was the man. Like the thing with him and KDB is in a system where it's a bunch of players who are high level players.
yeah,
Hazard was the man at Chelsea. I mean, he had Conti, but he was the man at Chelsea.
yeah.
It was really
He,
him creating offense, scoring the goals.
this is why it's so difficult, bro. They're both 31. I just looked it up. They're both 31.
Bro,
Interesting.
they're in the goal. Yeah, it was him and Lukaku
Mhm.
and KDB. They're around the same age.
It's tough, bro. It's tough because they're just. This is the tough thing about football, right? And trying to compare players who maybe in similar positions, but if you're not in the exact same position as a player, it's very, very difficult for me to compare them. Hazard playing wide off the left for the most of his career. Yeah, like you said, bro. I mean, he had a little bit of Messi in him where in terms of dribbling, but then he had the finishing. Yeah, Hazard was nuts, but KDB is just probably technically. I mean, CK is technically. I mean, Hazard's a monster. However, at age 30, age 31, you see the massive, massive drop off with Hazard. There's a lot of talk that
Mm,
he doesn't practice very well. He doesn't really try. Maybe doesn't keep up with his body enough.
yeah.
These are things
I
that probably hurt him in the long run.
put it to you like this: from a pure talent standpoint, the better player is clearly Hazard.
I
Um,
wouldn't say clearly, but I would say yes. I would agree.
bro, dribbling wise, like you said, he was mini Messi at one point. It was just a sheer like difference between him and everybody else. He would out dribble you. He would go right past you. It was nothing technically sound. He was just skillfully a better dribbler.
Good
KDB on the other
finisher.
hand,
Yeah.
not saying that he's not talent, like he's not skilled, because we all know he is. But what the one thing that separates KDB from everybody else, like you just said, he's gonna outwork you for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be straight
Just
for 90
constant.
minutes, and
Constant.
you can't stop it because he's so skilled, but he's a workhorse. And he's
Don't
technically better.
don't you also think like I mean maybe this comes into consideration. What position can KDB not play? You know what I mean? The only position he
Exactly,
can't really play is
exactly,
goalkeeper. He can play
exactly.
everywhere on the pitch. For Hazard's he's great off the left. He can play in the middle. Maybe as a false nine, but he's great off the left. He's good off
Mhm,
the right. But
mhm.
he's not going to play. He's not going to play in the midfield. He's not going to, that's not his game. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's interesting. I mean, at the end of the day, career wise, you probably do have to go with KDB for sure.
No, at this point, you definitely do because longevity plays a huge part.
Yeah,
Durability plays a huge part to me. How available are you for games?
yeah.
Um, and even though you know Eden has a Champions League with Madrid, if you want to give it to him, I will. I definitely will.
You
He's given his due, played his part.
no. I
Um,
mean, here's the thing with that, Jay. Here's the thing with that, right? And this is why I do not like comparing accolades. You cannot tell me that his impact um, for Madrid winning the Champions League was more important than KDB's um, impact to getting them to the semifinals. So,
no, I
you know
can't.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like KDB got a semifinal, Hazard got a final. Which one's more impressive? You know what I mean? Like the semifinal for KDB is more impressive. It just is.
Ooh.
No, 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 no,
Uh,
Jay. When
uh,
he doesn't play, Hazard
uh,
has didn't play. How can he be like, oh, what he didn't he didn't play, and they say he doesn't practice well, and he's injured all the time. That's you can give him the trophy,
yeah.
but what impact did he have? None. Zero. He could have not been on the team, and the same thing would have happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Solid point. Solid point. I give it to you. So I think it's yeah, it's fair to say I think we'll both agree KDB is probably uh
Yeah.
the better player for his career
Good
at this
question.
point.
Good question.
But yeah, I was just very curious about that one.
Yeah.
Another one that's always also been on my mind. I've been thinking about best center back in the Premier League so far.
Yeah. There's been a
Who
few.
we got a few of them. Who are you looking at as your guy? Obviously,
Yeah.
Martinez,
Let's run this
Varane,
down. Martinez, Varane, I think are locks at the end of the day. Um,
Saliba.
Saliba's been an absolute monster.
Which
Absolute monster.
surprising me. Really surprising me.
Yeah, I'd never really seen him play until preseason.
He
Um,
I mean, pretty sure he doesn't even make the French team.
I think he
I
does.
don't think.
No, I think he is. I think he is.
Yeah. Okay.
The question is, will he start over Kimpembe? That's going to be the question,
It's gonna
which
be a good
he
one.
probably should at this point. Um, yeah, I think those three are kind of locks for this season. Um, Diaz, it's a tough one because he hasn't played every game. John Stones has. John Stones scored a great goal last Premier League game, even though he's playing right back. Do you put him in there potentially? I'm not a big fan of John Stones, but
Yeah.
he's been our most consistent defender.
Okay.
They talk about Romero a lot. I've never really been a fan of Romero. They talk about
Yeah.
Dyer. I've never liked Dyer.
He's
I
been getting
can't
a lot of praise from
a ton,
Spurs.
a ton. Got called up for the England squad as well.
Yeah.
Um, it's interesting, bro. Can I be serious though? And I'm not trying
Yeah.
to make a joke, but much like how we just praised Iwobi, I've watched a few Everton games this season, bro. And Tarkovsky came from Burnley this season, and I'll be honest, when we used to watch the Everton games last season, you just knew they were going to give up 2 to 3 goals automatically because they had the worst defense in the world, no question. It was obvious. No cohesion, no positioning, no leadership. Tarkovsky has changed that defense massively. I know I'm talking crazy right now because I'm not really a big fan of him, but he might have a shout. He might have a shout. If you
I,
think
I, I think I think that's my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off,
no,
but
go ahead.
I think that's credit to obviously him and then Frank as well.
Yeah,
I think people counted Frank out, and we are just talking about this. Uh, he is a good manager. He is a solid manager, bro. He did a decent job at Chelsea. Just a
yeah,
very high expectational type of club. They want, high standards, and we see now with the manager, I mean, the new owner, it's even higher. Uh, yeah, I think Frank's good, bro, and I think Everton's in the right space.
they're going in the right direction. I think,
They are
to be honest. I mean, sure
100%.
they won last game. Are we gassing them up a little bit? I don't think so. I don't think so. Ben White, he's been playing right back really well. He is a center back, but he can't get into the center
In
back
white.
because of
Yeah.
Gabriel. He's playing okay. Um, who else? Thiago Silva. Now you can't really give anyone at Chelsea at this moment. That
That guy. I don't know what it is about Thiago, but I just don't like him. And then he just came out and said he's trying to play till he's like 40 years old. And I'm like, bro, just call it a go to uh what's I don't even know because I don't even watch MLS. But go to Inter Miami or something, bro.
never
Go to like
bro.
that's where you go. He's not to me. I just don't see um what you get from Thiago Silva besides leadership. But what
Yeah.
is he leading Chelsea to right now? They're not winning anything.
I mean, Jay, you sound like me. An absolute hater. This is ridiculous. You got to give him a little respect, Jay. Jesus. Um, People have been talking about Kurt Zuma as well, and now Kurt Zuma
Kurt
obviously.
Zuma.
Also had that little scandal last year,
uh,
um, with his pets. Hopefully, those pets are now in a better hands. Um, he's while West Ham has had a terrible start to the season, I've been watching a few West Ham games, and he's playing decent, bro. He's playing really really good, which I'm kind of surprised about. Van Dyke, do we put Van Dyke in that top 5? We have 3
oh, let's
locks.
get it.
Do we
Let's
put
get it.
Van Dyke in there?
Let's get it.
The longest pause in the Best of Rivals podcast history
So
from Jay.
I'm really thinking right now. I am really trying to. I know everyone who's listening probably like, what's going on?
Jay,
Did it
they thought
pause?
it cut out. They thought it cut out, Jay.
No, I promise you it didn't. Uh, I say yes. I say yes. And off the top of my head, I got this season: Martinez, Saliba, Varane. I would go Van Dyke, and people probably won't like this because even though Liverpool, they don't look as dominant. I also don't think that Van Dyke has looked that bad. I just think they're trying to really gel it together again, and he's playing hurt. Um, so it isn't him not being a bad defender. Like he's killing it still as a leader. Um, they're still right there. They're still going to be a threat. He responded well enough against who was it in the Champions League that Liverpool faced? Faced
Ajax.
uh, Ajax. Responded well. Um, I think he is still a top 5 defender. I'm not going to take it away from him
Yeah.
simply because a couple bad games or
He has looked really bad though.
so
Like
you
it's
don't you don't you don't have Van Dijk in your top 5?
bro, compared to what he did like last season and the season prior, yeah, I can't have him in there this season, bro. He kind of looks like he doesn't care, which is weird. And I think he does care, but he looks his body just doesn't look right, bro. He's not running as fast as he did. His looks sluggish. Like it
I,
looks
I'm I'm
weird.
I'm not putting Eric Dyer over him. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not crazy. Yeah, yeah.
and he's been someone that people have been raving about. Ruben Diaz, arguably say, but like he's also been
It's tough to put a city defender in there because again, they're not even. It's been so inconsistent in terms of playing time. I
yeah,
mean, Ruben Diaz is an easy answer. Um,
but no.
yeah,
Who?
I'm putting Tarkovsky in, bro.
And
You know who
that's crazy. That's
it is.
crazy.
It is.
I wouldn't.
It's crazy. No, no, you're 100% right. It is crazy. And here's the last guy I'll put in. I know people talk about Romero and everyone. Uh, this new defender from Southampton. His name is Armel Belakachev. I
Okay.
don't know if you've watched a lot of games. Even when he played Man U, bro, really, really good center back.
Okay.
Very similar to Saliba. New guy coming in, comfortable on the ball. He can actually move with the ball and run forward. I know it's a boring pick. I know it's a weird pick. Just watch out for that guy in the next couple of years because he might be a serious defender that, a top six side ends up spending 40, 50, 60 mil on. Trust me on that one. Really, really good
Okay.
defender. And I like that too. It's not all about just the big names. So just to round it off, I think we're in agreement for the most part on this. Uh,
Okay. Let's go.
Martinez, Varane, Saliba, Tarkovsky. I know it's crazy, and Armel Belakacha from Southampton. Really weird list, but I think it works.
Yeah.
And,
I am there with you.
and
I think Tarkowski can be switched with Virgil. You can make an argument.
yeah,
I don't
fair,
think Virgil's been that bad. Like obviously
fair.
it's not of his standards, but I don't think you know.
I'm just speaking on the form this season. Really, that's kind
Right.
of what I'm
Exactly.
speaking on.
I got
Um,
you.
but
I got you.
yeah, you could definitely put in Virgil for sure, for sure. I don't think he's been that bad. But listen, when I'm not putting a Man City player in there, that's how you know that's a real list right there. I
Yeah.
actually believe that. You know what I mean?
Hey, but guess what?
What's up?
I can tell you exactly who's not in this category at all.
Who?
Um, Harry Maguire,
What are you talking about?
and we
How is he
haven't
not?
talked
How is he not on the first on the top of the list yet?
we haven't talked about good old Harry, in a while because he hasn't really played for United,
But
and
we forgot
it's
about
been
him.
lovely, right? It's been lovely. It's been quiet. It's been peaceful. I'm going to sleep, waking up, smile on my face. I'm happy again. But for some strange reason, Brandon Williams wants to come out and cape for Harry, and then Kalini comes out as well, wants to cape for Harry, um, saying that he's one good captain. This is Brandon Williams for people, and I'm paraphrasing. You can go get the actual quote if you want to, bro. You can look it up for me too, just so we can be certain. But basically, he said that Harry is a good captain and a good player, and he's kind of misunderstood. So he's backing him, and then Kalani comes out and says that Harry is expected, like there's too much expected from him, from Man United and everyone as a whole. What are we expecting from Harry Maguire? But solid play, at least decent, at
Yeah,
least acceptable.
acceptable defending, bro. Chiellini is one of the better center backs like of all time.
Wait, but isn't this the guy that he did not bite Suarez? Was that him? Or no, Suarez
Bites.
bit him.
Suarez been buying everybody. I don't know. He's like 20 victims. I don't know. No,
20
no,
victims.
no.
Go ahead.
Bro, Chiellini, he's one of the better defenders like I've ever seen, at least
Yeah.
over in terms of career. There's no way. I think he's trolling, bro. There's no way he's like, oh yeah, Harry Maguire's decent. He knows Harry Maguire sucks, bro. Bro, Chiellini can't even run anymore, and he's probably faster than Harry Maguire. Like stop that. When I saw that, I'm like, that is just the weirdest thing in the world. I didn't get that at
I
all.
mean, it's very random. It came out of nowhere. And I mean, it just makes you wonder, bro. Like,
No, conspiracy time. I think Harry Maguire sent out a couple of bottles of wine, just something, and and maybe a little note in there, like, "Hey, wouldn't mind if you put out a quote for me, whatever, whatever." And these are the
I,
first two
I,
guys to respond.
I think I agree 1,000%, bro. I think that dude is so. The only thing he has is his image, and he's not a good football player. I'm sorry. Harry Maguire is not somebody that I want in the Premier League at least. Maybe championship, maybe back with a team like Bournemouth or Fulham or
He's,
Leicester. They need him right now.
yeah, they'll take him back.
But he's not built for a big time club. He's not a big time player.
Yeah.
So the only thing he's relying on is his image, and I think
And,
he probably did say, "I'll give you whatever, and just
right,
please say that I was somewhat decent."
bro, Brandon Williams quote: "If
There you
you're
go.
doing well in training, who's some idiot sat on Twitter that's going to tell you that you shouldn't be starting a game? Who is he? Question mark. I genuinely don't get it. Harry is a top fella, top captain, top player."
I wasn't lying, folks, when I say I was trying to paraphrase for you.
This is just this is just proof, bro. Like the politics, the bias. How about you say, you know what? As great as, and you can even give him praise. As great as Harry Maguire is, Varane and Martinez are also playing very well, and they have an incredible
So,
record in terms of clean
ooh.
sheets.
I am glad you just said that. I am glad you just said that because I didn't really put that into play. Um, who have we been praising as fans, the media,
The two defenders,
two defenders, right? And they have been what? Non-English descent.
bro, it's so biased, bro. It's so biased. Bro, Harry Maguire's been one of the worst defenders I've ever seen for the last minimum 12 months. Minimum 12 months. And you're talking about, people are talking about, how does he get back into the Man U team? He doesn't.
He
He doesn't
doesn't.
get back
He
into the
doesn't.
team.
He's not coming back to this
He's
squad. And if he does, I'm leaving. I
it's going to
swear
be
I'm
because
done with Man United. No, I'm just playing, buddy.
it's going to be because of injuries. It's never, bro. Ten Hag's not going to play back five. It's going to be because of injuries, bro.
No,
So, bro, just stop all
yeah,
this. Like,
yeah.
you like, what if he does well for England? Who cares? Who cares?
Oh, it's. I mean, to me, it's still a disgrace that he was selected. For your last tune-up squad, whatever.
I'm not
Um,
surprised though.
but bro. That's a slap in the face to people who watch football and respect the sport and love the sport. That is so
Well,
foul. You don't do that.
the only thing you can really talk about in terms of like giving Southgate maybe credit or benefit of the doubt is that he plays
Yeah,
a back five, and Harry Maguire is solid in a back five. That's the only thing you can say. He's a crap defender. We know this, but when he plays with two other center backs, it works. It works. It does. He had a good Euros. He had a good World Cup, the previous one.
you're
You know,
right. I will give you that. He definitely did. His regular season was not comparable to his off
yeah,
season what he
yeah,
did
yeah. He's
with his
very
club,
comfortable. Yeah, he's
with his
very
team.
comfortable in Southgate's system. So like Southgate's, he's gonna know that, and he's gonna be like, you know what, I gotta pick him because to be honest with you, he's probably his number one defender. Even now, he's probably his number one defender. And to give Southgate more benefit of the doubt, it's not like we've got 25 center backs waiting to go. We're not great at the center back position. John Stones being our best, that's not great. So
No, what you do is you shift your formation where it suits more, defensive midfielders, or you add more attackers. You don't leave out Sancho. You feel me? Like there's
you love
what you.
Sancho
It's disgusting, bro. You're bringing four right backs for what reason? They're
because he can't
interchangeable. People
because
want to
he
tell me all the time.
yeah because he
Like I
can't
don't want to
he.
hear it.
I personally think that's a disgrace to bring four right backs. That just tells me that you can't make a decision. That tells me that you don't have the whats. And
Exactly.
now here's the thing. That's a tune-up squad, sure. If he brings four right backs to the World Cup, that's a disgrace. Now they're going to make the point. Trippier can play left back. Okay, so you're going to bring Chilwell and Shaw as well. So that's three left backs and three right backs. Are you joking me? That's crazy.
Crazy. Like,
But what are you going to say?
are you trying to win
But
or
now they're going to say, oh, Kyle Walker's going to play the right side center back. So now it's two right backs. And so how many center backs are we bringing? We're going to bring 12 center backs? What are we doing? What are we doing? Listen, I don't think Sancho's like incredible, but you take Sancho over Connor Cody. You know what I mean? It's
hey,
ridiculous.
that's your team. You deal with it. It just as a fan of United and seeing that boy play and what he offers, what he brings, I think you put him back on that stage. Him, Saka, and was it Rashford all missed penalty kicks. Um,
Yeah, I mean,
you,
but
you put him you put him back. You put him back there again.
that's
You
not the
obviously have
reason. That's not
Saka.
the reason they're not in the team, though.
I
Like,
mean, obviously, I know. Obviously,
yeah,
it's not the reason, but I think it plays a part. Had he made that PK, he would be an instant selection.
Sancho?
Yes.
I don't think he's ever really like
They
Sancho.
got crucified for that stuff, bro. They got crucified. Those boys got crucified for that, and people don't
Well,
want to admit it,
it was
but they
all
did.
unjustly. I mean, it was one of the worst managerial decisions I've ever seen. To one, make those three take the penalty. Two, to bring on Rashford and Sancho in the last 2 minutes of that game.
And that's my problem with Southgate, bro. It's politics. He would never put Jack Grealish in that position.
He literally didn't. Like, it was
You
like
feel me?
Grealish
He
Grealish is
he
ready to take a
knows who to
penalty.
throw under the bus. He knows who to do it to, and he knows who not to select for the team for certain games. He does this shit intentionally, bro. It's disgusting. He needs to be gone. Get someone else in there, because
So,
England will never win a major tournament if he's at the helm.
hell, I 100% agree, and it's never been easier. By the way, it's not. It's not going to be easy this World Cup, but it's never been easier to win that Euros or to win that previous World Cup.
Facts.
But now it's difficult, and we're going to see these guys get kicked out in the quarterfinals. You're going to see it. So,
Damn, he's calling it. Okay, I
yeah,
like it.
quarterfinals, and we're done. We don't deserve. The manager will hopefully get fired after. So that's the only positive.
And I think that sums it up for episode 41, correct,
Episode 41, baby.
of the Best of Rivals podcast.
Yeah. So with that, you can follow Jay and myself on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at the Best of Rivals. You can both view and listen to this podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts at the Best of Rivals podcast. And with that, we'll be back Monday for another. Again, Premier League's not back, but we are. For another episode 42. And with that, for myself, from Jay, we are out.